I'm just gonna shake my head for the first 45 seconds. For the first 45 seconds of this live stream, I'm just gonna shake my head. Just gonna shake my head. Just gonna shake my head. Dang. Come on, man. Hey. What's up, y'all? What up? Hold on. I gotta give it to y'all because y'all be on my top if I don't do it. What up, though? What's going on, man? Hey, we gotta talk about this. Y'all get on in here, man. Get on in here. Come on, sit down, get you a seat. Whether you on a car ride home or doing what, just go ahead, get on in here. It's time. We got to talk about this stuff. We got a lot to talk about. Go ahead, get a video thumbs up. Go ahead and do it, man. Stop messing around. Get all that stuff out the way. Get comfortable. I don't want y'all messing with nothing else. Go ahead and get that thumbs up. Hit on the button. Hit it on there. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Go ahead and hit it. Get it out the way because we got a lot to talk about. Y'all need to sit down and get in here. We're going to talk about everything. Everything. I know I ain't talked to y'all in a few days, but we got a lot to talk about. Y'all know how it goes down on prime time for the Panthers. Y'all know how it go down prime time for the Panthers. Go ahead and get that thumbs up. Go ahead, that thumbs up. It's time. It's time. What up, though? You can't handle the truth. What up, though, Wiz Biz? What up, though? Anthony Montgomery, what up, though? We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about because, oh my Lord, oh my gosh, why we just need to ban the Panthers from primetime games. I'm about to start a petition to ban the Panthers from primetime games. Got to ban them. Got to ban them. Edward Kitchen said he got off early just to watch the game. Frank Reich messing up the money. You done gave up hours on the schedule to watch the Panthers for this. You done took time off of work for this. Shame. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Frank messing up the money. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. We messing up the money. Messing up the money. I done had enough beer tonight. I'm drinking water. I can't have no hangover tomorrow. I'm drinking water. Y'all go ahead, get that thumbs up, get it out the way. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Go ahead, get the video thumbs up, get it out the way. Because, man, this was crazy. This was crazy. I'm just going to talk wholesale. I hate losing to the Saints. I hate losing to the Saints. Y'all saw me on here last year if you've been around for a minute. I had the bucket hat on, the shades, the Migo shades on. I was feeling myself. We swept the Saints. That sweep not happening this year. That sweep not happening this year. It's not. It's unfortunate, but that sweep not happening this year. Get this mic together. I got to sit back in my chair. That sweep not happening this year, unfortunately. As much as I love sweeping the Saints, I had my broom ready to bring out again. I wanted to sweep the Saints so bad. It ain't happening this year. It ain't happening this year. I want to talk about the good though. There was some good. We got to keep it 100. There was some good. Let's talk about the good first, y'all, because the bad is as long as a CVS receipt. The good is short. The good is short. The good is as short as an HBO series, about 8 episodes of 30 minutes. The good is short. The good is short. That bad, like I said, that bad is as long as a CVS receipt. Let's talk about the good, though. This defense. This defense, man. Look, I like it. We did not stop the run like I wanted to. I was a little bit disappointed in that. The running game was tough. I wanted better. I wanted better for us. I wanted better for us. We gave up 134 yards on the ground, 4 yards per carry. I wanted better for us on the run game. This is 2 weeks in a row. The run game has been a problem. This 2 weeks in a row, the run game has been a problem. Once Jamal Williams got out, it was a little bit different. But I would hate to see what happened if Alvin Kamara had played. I would hate to see it. If Alvin Kamara had played, I would have hated it. But the defense did not do bad. Only 4.6 yards per play for the defense. That's solid. 2 for 4 in the red zone. That's solid. They got a turnover, which we didn't get last week, and 4 sacks. Shout out my boy, Mr. Luke Cage on the super chat. It's going to be a long season. Right? Think he got Earl Campbell with the run plays. Bryce holding the ball so long the ref sat down. Lord have mercy. Appreciate that super chat. We got to talk about this defense, though. The streets saying that Frank Reich is a defensive coach with an offensive background. That's what the street's saying. The street's saying that Frank Reich ain't no offensive-minded coach. The street's saying that Frank Reich is a defensive coach with an offensive background. Dang! Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Not have mercy. Ham mercy. HAMM. ERCY. Ham mercy. Shout out to HC to MC for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. So why be using Miles like a power back and not mixing in Chuba? At least he's a change of pace. Chunk running back and the wide receivers had to step up. Ridiculous. You ain't lied. You ain't lied about nothing in this super chat. You ain't lying in that super chat. Dog, appreciate that super chat, man. Dog, the defense, I'm gonna talk, like I said, I gotta talk about the good first. The defense, they bowled up. I'm not gonna lie. The defense played ball. The defense played ball. Besides that running game, they played ball. The third down efficiency wasn't as good as I would have liked, 7 to 16. But they did what they needed to do. The defense played well enough for any competent offense to win. The defense, there's most teams in the NFL would have took our defensive performance tonight. Most would have took it because we turned the ball over in the red zone with a sack fumble by Bryce, put them in bad spots. They stood the test. Multiple field goals. They bent but didn't break. They stood tall a lot of the night. The defense was fine, man. Besides that big play that was challenged, that was reviewed, Dante was fairly clean. Dante played pretty tough. CJ had a PI, and he gave up that one-handed catch. I was like, CJ Henderson's so scared of getting the PI, he swiped the ball and pulled his hands back. Like, bro, you got to pull your hands back earlier. Don't pull your hands back once the ball gets there. Leave your hands in the cookie jar. Don't be scared to put your hands in the cookie jar once the ball is there. This man is so dang. He got so much PTSD from getting PI. This man pulled his hands back after he went for the pass breakup. He pulled his hands back after the pass breakup. CJ, come on, man. CJ new nickname is Can't Get Right.
Sorry, I can't change your nickname on Apple Watch.
Shut up, Siri. CJ Henderson nickname is Can't Get Right. CJ Henderson new nickname is Can't Get Right, man. He can't get right. He can't get left either. This dude, I thought he played pretty physical enough on Thomas. They called that PI. I thought it was a little petty, but I get it. But CJ's name is Can't Get Right, man. If you know, you know. CJ name is Can't Get Right. His name is Can't Get Right. He got, like I said, he got so much PTSD from getting pass interference. This man pulled his hands. This man pulled his hands back. He swiped for the ball, then pulled his hands back. I can't do nothing but laugh about that. I can't even do nothing but laugh about that from CJ Henderson, man. I can't. I can't. If you know where Can't Get Right come from, you know. If you don't, you got to do your homework on the classic movies. If you don't know, you got to do your homework on the classic movies. Can't Get Right. But shout out to Von Bell for getting the pick. Shout out to Von Bell for getting the pick. Shout out to him. Because we needed that turnover, even though it didn't help much. We needed that turnover, even though it didn't help much. But I appreciate that. He said he not even on Can't Get Right level. Can't Get Right will at least knock one out the park. CJ Henderson couldn't even do that. Hey, you're right though. Hey, Can't Get Right at least could play some ball. Can't Get Right could play ball. He just couldn't get right. Said Burns was no show that he wants to get paid. Hey man, we're not gonna slander Burns. They double teamed him. They ran away from him a lot of the times. I would have loved some more action, but the pressure, I can't knock the pressure because Frankie Louvu's sack, that first sack that Frankie Louvu got, Brian Burns was the first one there. Who was the first one there that forced Derek Carr to step up in the pocket for Frankie to clean him up? That was Brian. That was Brian. So I can't do too much on Brian. Yeah, I would have wanted to see him expose Trevor Penning some more because Trevor Penning is trash. But it ain't too much for me to be mad about with the defense. Frankie hooped, bro. What, Frankie had 2 sacks? Frankie had 2 sacks, bro. Yeah, I think Frankie Louvu had 2 sacks. Yep, Frankie Louvu had 2 sacks. Camus had 1. Houston had a half, and YGM had a half. I can't be too much on defense. We had them backed up thanks to Sam Franklin down in that ball. Defense, 3 and out. They punted it. ISM got a 10-yard punt return to the 40, and we gained 4 yards. And for Eddie Pinheiro career long field goal. Eddie Pinheiro we really found out a lot about Eddie Pinheiro. We found out a lot about Eddie Pinheiro. Eddie got a leg. Eddie hit from 52 and 53. He had career highs. We found that out. Round of applause for Eddie. Because I had my doubts. I ain't going to lie. Because our offense dang sure ain't punched the ball in. We needed Eddie. We needed Eddie. We needed Eddie tonight, apparently. But Lord have mercy. Like I said, not too much on the defense. Not too much on the defense. They played ball. They did what they needed to do. Man, I'm so sad right now for Shaq, though, man. Moment of silence for Shaq. Moment of silence for Shaq. Shaq got a fractured tibia. Shaq got a fractured tibia. I know Jonathan Scott ain't jumping in this chat. I ain't seen Jonathan Scott in years. I've been seeing him on Instagram. He came in here saying, "Who that?" I'll let y'all have it for the night. I can't even lie. You was quiet last year, Jonathan, when we swept y'all. You was quiet last year, Jonathan, when we swept y'all. But I'll let you have your time. Y'all let you have your time. Y'all got that dub after we done swept y'all. They beat y'all 3 of the last 4 times. But not too much on the defense. Special teams, solid. I give it to special teams. Unfortunately, this is a tale as old as time. The Panthers play good enough defense to win the game, and the offense let them down. You can go back to Super Bowl 50, and it tells the same story. It don't matter who the coach is. It don't matter who the GM is. It don't matter who the quarterback is. It don't matter who playing whatever position. It don't matter who the owner is. A tale as old as time. The Panthers playing good enough defense to win, but the offense letting them down. My goodness. Are there? It's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. I'm sick. I am sick. I'm sick. I'm sick for Shaq, first of all, man. He my guy. He's my guy. Shaq is my guy, man. So I'm down. I'm not gonna lie. I'm down. I'm down bad on that one. I'm down bad on that one. But my Lord, this offense. This offense. This offense, man, it's anemic. Anemic. I barely know what anemic means, but I know I'm gonna use it tonight. Anemic. Offense was anemic, brother. Offense was anemic. Man, this is crazy. Because this offense, man, like, it was ugly last week, but I did not think it could be any lower. I did not think we could be any worse than last week. But they dang sure showed me. They showed me. I didn't think this offense could be any worse, but they proved me wrong. Y'all know me. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and they proved me. I told y'all last week that better days was ahead. I told y'all last week that better days was ahead. I got to come to the front of the congregation. I lied. I lied. I lied. I'm not ashamed for predicting the Panthers to win. But I got to come to the front of the congregation. I told y'all better days was ahead. They're not. They weren't. Not today. Not today. not today. Not today it wasn't. I lied to y'all. I apologize. I apologize because Lord have mercy. Frank Wright, I tweeted out. At what time was that? I tweeted out probably about 4 drives. I tweeted about 4 drives into the game. About 4 drives into the game, I tweeted out. I said 4 players had touched the football. I said 4 players had touched the football, including Bryce Young and Bradley Bozeman. By default, Bradley Bozeman and Bryce Young have to touch the ball every play. They have to touch the ball. If nobody else going to touch the ball, Bradley Bozeman and Bryce Young going to touch the ball. I said 4 players, including them, had touched the ball. It was Miles Sanders and Adam Thielen. Why? I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. The only chess pieces, if we had to create chess pieces for the game, who are pawns, who are rooks, who are queens, who are bishops? The pawns, Adam Thielen's a pawn. I'm not gonna lie. Adam Thielen gonna get you. He may take one for the team. He may get you a little kill every so often on another pawn. He may surprise you. He may get to the other side of the board and be a queen and get you a touchdown. Because you know the rules in chess. Once you get a pawn gets to the other side of the board, it turns into a queen. He may get you one of them. Mingo, He might be a rook. He a rookie and a rook. That man can go straight. He can go sideways. He ain't going to give you a ton. If you ask him to do anything more than that, it may get ugly. He a rook. He's a rook. Who's the queen? Do we have any queens? Who's the queen? Do we have any queens? No. The closest thing we got to a queen may be LaVisca. That's just because he can do a lot of different things. But if you don't use your queen, if your queen just sit in the back of the chessboard, it don't matter. LaVisca is the only one that can cause a mismatch. LaVisca is the only one that when he lines up, the defense has to account for him. LaVisca got one touch. He got one carry for 8 yards. LaVisca is the only chess piece that can reset the board. Yeah, he gone. You got him about 8. They didn't play him. Chuba Hubbard, 8 carries. The most efficient running back in the NFL last week. How many carries Chuba get? They turned Chuba Hubbard into a third down back. We know Chuba Hubbard hands is 50-50. How you going to turn the running back with the worst hands on the team, out of the running back group, into a third down running back? How do you turn Chuba Hubbard, who was one of the best runners last week, into a third down running back? This man don't have the hands to be a third down running back. What are we doing? LaVisca did not get the ball. LaVisca went for 56 yards on the Saints last year. LaVisca took it to the crib. They couldn't tackle. They didn't want to tackle LaVisca on the screen. Even Ben McAdoo knew how to get LaVisca the ball. We couldn't get LaVisca the ball except on a handoff. We deactivated Blackshear for LaVisca. We couldn't even get LaVisca the ball. Four drives into the game, only person that this dude DJ Chark. We thought Chark was gonna come in and take the top off. This man had 1 catch on 2 targets. We can't even get him the ball. We can't even get him the ball. Let me get back on these super chats, man. I'm sorry. I fell behind. I'm in my feelings. Said Mingo is 6'2" and couldn't win against press. He a rookie, man. He gotta learn that hickory dickory from Ole Miss. Not gonna work. I'm gonna give him time. I'm gonna give Mingo time. But dang, man. Everybody else drafted the Ole Miss receiver and it worked. Why we can't get one? Why is it gotta be us that don't get the freak of nature from Ole Miss? Why we can't get the freak of nature wide receiver? Everybody else got DK Metcalf. Everybody else got AJ Brown. Why we can't get the freak of nature? I ain't gonna go too hard on Mingo yet. He a rookie. But that college stuff not gonna work. He got to come with it. Said Alexa play Tombstone by Rod Wave. I don't even know that song, but I know if it's by Rod Wave, it's depressing. It's probably some crying on the track. This dude Rod Wave, the first man to sing the blues on auto-tune. Rod Wave got some depressing music, but it's very fitting for a night like tonight. Appreciate that super chat, bro. See, your coach needs to know how to play chess, not checkers. My thing is, bro. My thing is, man, I was gonna give Frank to the bye week. We got an early bye. I was gonna give Frank to the bye because we got an early bye. We have an early bye week, so like, shout out to Zach T from Australia, man. What up, though? We pimping all over the world, man. Australia, we pimping all over the world. Appreciate you joining them, man. Appreciate you joining the stream. But Frank, man, offensive-minded coach. We paid all this bread. Tepper paid all this bread for this coaching staff. Frank, we got the guys. We got the guys in the house. We got Jim Caldwell, who's called plays and won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl. He played with Matt Stafford. Like, what is Frank doing? I was gonna give Frank until the bye week since it's early, but it's time to go now. I put that little bug in y'all ear during preseason. Don't forget who was the first one to tell y'all about training camp and the play calling, who was on the mic, who was told y'all in preseason first. Don't forget who told y'all first about Thomas Brown and that potential. Don't forget who told y'all first. Unnecessary bluntness. It's unnecessary, but it's blunt. Thomas was on the walkie-talkie all training camp in Bryce's ear. Bro, Frank, what is going on? It's stale. It's stale. It's stagnant. Frank has to learn we're not going to line up and out execute anybody in the NFL right now. We're not going to line up and out execute anybody in the NFL right now, offensively. You got to use gimmicks. You got to use window dressing, sprinkle in a little trick plays. Sean McVay does that. No Cooper Kupp. Cam Akers is gone. You got Puka Nuka. I call him Puka Nuka. Puka Nuka sound like a pet name for your girlfriend. You got Puka Nuka, a rookie, 5th round pick, 15 catches. You cooking up. You got Tutu Atwell. Everybody on your offense has pet names. They sound like girlfriend pet names. You got Tutu. You got Puka Nuka. And you cooking. You go toe-to-toe with the best team in the NFL right now, the 49ers. You got a guy from Thomas Brown that is cut from the same cloth. He spent time there. He has that creativity. He knows how to use motion. He knows how to use gimmicks and window dressing to scheme guys open. But we're not giving him the time of day. I understand the pride is there. Frank even said it in his presser. He said play calling is not the problem. He too scared to throw anybody under the bus, but he gonna say play calling is not the problem. You can't have it both ways, Frank, because we know the problems are everywhere. Call out everybody. Call out yourself. Call out them receivers. Call out the O-line. Call out Bryce. Call out them running backs. Call them out. You can't be the nice guy and then not take no blame. You either got to fall on the sword and say that play calling ain't it, or you got to blame the personnel. You can't have it both ways. Because the O-line is decent enough, in my opinion. There was some blown assignments. Unfortunately, I wasn't really big. I wasn't really big on moving Chandler Zavala. I wasn't really big, but K Mays, more of the same. More of the same of what we saw from training camp when I told y'all that the interior was leaking. More of the same. But Frank Reich, like I said, man, like, no Laviska. There was a play where Laviska and Chark were on the sideline on the 3rd down and long. But you had Ian Thomas and Miles Sanders on outside receivers during empty. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Thomas Brown is about that time to need a shot. He's cut from that McVay cloth. He knows how to gimmick and window dress. He's a different mind. Give him a shot, man. Give him a shot. That's my opinion. Because we run for 150 yards last week. You run for 150 yards last week. You didn't do any play action off of that. Like, what's the point of running for all them yards if you're not gonna play action? Try to bring that into this week. It didn't work. You didn't give Chuba the ball. You paid Miles Sanders, so you're trying to make him earn his money. I get it. But 14 carries for 43 yards, 3.1 yards per carry. I don't get it. You give Chuba the ball twice, he got 8 yards per carry, he got 16 yards. You give Laviska 7 yards. Just mix it up. Why not mix it up? Chuba was very efficient last week. Chuba was very efficient last week. Why not continue to mix it up? Look, and y'all know me. I'm a week-to-week type of guy. I wanted to see some improvement, didn't see it. And I get the Saints are a better defense than the Falcons, but the Saints, I watched the film. They put some stuff on film that we could have took advantage of. They put some stuff on film we could have took advantage of. I got to switch cameras. This camera's trash. I got to switch cameras. It's trash. The other one's trash. I can't do that. I can't. All right. Man. You got Sean, like I said, you got Sean McVay making plays with Tutu Atwell, Tutu beat Atwell. You got Puka Nuka. Like I said, that's the nickname I have for my wife, Puka Nuka. You got somebody named that, making plays, moving the ball on the best defense in the league. But we can't muster up over 250 yards of offense. Trenches. We in the trenches. Trenches. Puka Nuka making plays with the Rams, but we can't scheme up in receivers. Like Hayden Hurst, 3 targets, 3 catches. Chark, 1 target, 1 catch. TMJ, cardio. TMJ out there getting cardio. Not getting any targets. Not getting any looks. Cardio. That's what I'm saying. Cardio. What are we doing? Cardio. That's what I call it. Cardio. Remember, y'all, I remember I dropped that video. I dropped the video about David Tepper saying that we got a quarterback that don't necessarily need wide receivers or this and that. Like, we don't really need, he's smart, he's good, he's accurate. We don't need wide receivers. And I freaked out. And y'all got mad at me because I freaked out. Y'all got mad at me for freaking out. But it's showing his head. Shout out to HC to MC saying I was told the offensive minded coach where. I can't even argue with you, brother. Because we got the horses. We got the horses in the stable. We got guys in waiting with experience. We got Thomas Brown. So let's talk about Bryce. Because I know a lot of people want to talk about Bryce. Some people saying Bryce is a bust. Some losers are saying that Bryce is a bust. Some losers are saying that we should have drafted AR. Let me tell y'all something. Bryce is a rookie quarterback that has been playing with a ton of talent around him. He played with a ton of talent around him in Alabama. Not that senior year, but he had speed around him. For them to go out and put the receivers we had around him now is a travesty. I can't even fully evaluate Bryce. Was he inaccurate? Hell yeah. Should he have got rid of the ball? Hell yeah. Should he protect the ball and not fumble? Hell yeah. But if you want me to go ahead and nail Bryce to the cross and call him a bust, you smoking. You smoking. He's smoking that good stuff. Because in the second start, you want me to nail a rookie quarterback to the cross in his second start. I just don't understand how we draft the most composed and poised rookie wide receiver out. I mean, rookie quarterback out of this class. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you draft the most poised and composed rookie quarterback out of this class, and you already got him rattled. You already got him rattled in 2 games. You got him leaving empty pockets. You got him holding the ball too long. You got him forcing stuff on the run. Because guys can't get open, you're not giving him easy completions. You're dropping back the pass and not establishing any kind of running game. You're not using play action well enough. You're not moving the pocket. Like how do you break that already? And that was my fear. My fear was that we didn't put enough weapons around him and we were going to develop bad habits his rookie year that may or may not be able to be reversed. Because the drop back game, the straight drop back game ain't it. We're not going to out execute anybody. We have to find an identity. I told you guys last week it took Steve Wilkes watching Matt Rule mess up for 5 weeks. It took him 1 week against the Rams. And then again, we had to redefine this team 3 times until we figured out that our quarterback ain't that good. Our offensive line is solid. Our running backs are big and can run. Let's run the ball, play defense. It took us a minute to find an identity. Right now, we just out there running plays. It seems like we're running plays with no aim. Nothing leads to another. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes plays should set up one thing. Like if you run the motion with a jet motion with a handoff, it should set up something else. It should set up that jet handoff. It should set up the running back play action off that with the crossing route. It should set up a deep shot. I have not seen the film, but it seemed like we're running plays aimlessly. I think if you watch Sunday Night Football with Tua, that's what we need to be. Bryce and Tua are more alike than we thought. Bryce is probably more athletic and mobile, maybe a little bit stronger arm, but they're pretty much the same quarterback. Quick passing game, needs speed, needs weapons. If you put that around him, he can be good. I didn't believe it, but I think Tua and Bryce are more of the same type of quarterback than I thought. But this is not the situation that's not going to help Bryce excel. Like I said, I think him and Tua are more alike than we thought. But my goodness, it, it it's ugly. And it's funny. It's funny if you asking y'all crazy for y'all asking for different quarterbacks. The irony is that the other 2 quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round, they popped up on the injury report. Who didn't pop up on the injury report? Bryce. That's the irony. Bryce Young, everybody had injury concerns about. Bryce is the only one that hasn't popped up on the injury report. But AR, he can't finish a game. Anthony Richardson can't finish a game. And CJ Stroud had a bum shoulder. That's the irony. But we gotta be we have to be gimmicky. Like I said. Dang. Nick Chubb out for the season. He tore multiple ligaments in his knee. That's just like college, man. Dang. Hate that for Nick Chubb, man. Hate that for Nick Chubb. Sidebar, but hate that for Nick Chubb. Out for the season, tore multiple ligaments in his knee. Dang. Look, I'm cool. I'm cool with y'all second guessing the coaching and saying Wilkes. I'm fine with that. But come on, man. The book not written on Bryce. So not too much on Bryce. I'm riding for Bryce until we confirm that he ain't it. Y'all can bang on the coaches because they got experience, but Bryce Young is a rookie with no weapons, and coaches is not putting him in position to succeed. Y'all got to ease up there. That's just that y'all got to ease up there. But offensively, man, Miles Sanders, man, like if you watch my film breakdown on Miles, I told you guys I had question marks. I told y'all I had some question marks about Miles Sanders. I told y'all that the Eagles' offensive line was fire. I told y'all that he led the league in yards before contact. I told y'all he ran into the most favorable scenario in the NFL. I told y'all. You watched the film breakdown I did it, go check out my playlist. Check out my playlist. But good Lord, when we're at the point where we're calling for Chuba Hubbard to get carries, something is wrong. If we're if we're demanding Chuba Hubbard to get carries, something is wrong, guys. And I'm a Chuba stan. I love Chuba. I've been beating the drum for Chuba. I've done a film breakdown on him every year. Y'all know where I stand on Chuba. When everybody wanted to call him trash, I was standing 10 toes down for Chuba. But if we're at a point where we're asking for Chuba Hubbard carries, we are down bad. That means we're looking for answers in every place. But my goodness, like the offense, how is your offense predictable in week 2 with the new coaching staff? There's no way your offense should be predictable in week 2 with a new coaching staff. There's no way. There's no way. Somebody got to come. Somebody got to come to the. Somebody got to come to the front of the congregation. In the O line, they did okay, but I'm not cool with 4 sacks and the lack of running game. That's disheartening. Not being able to run the ball is disheartening. Now, we didn't see any kind of variety. We didn't see any kind of pulling guards. We didn't see any kind of pulling tackles. All it was zone and duo. Zone duo. Give it to Miles. Give it to Miles. Hey, real quick, give it to Miles. Like, bro. Like, the defense, it's just, like I said, it's a tale as old as time. The Panthers playing good enough defense to win, and the offense constantly letting them down. Constantly letting them down. It's nauseating, man. It's nauseating. I mean, I give the Saints defense credit. They secondary is nice. I'm not. Their front seven is not it to me. From what I've seen on film, and their front seven not all that. I've seen scarier front sevens from the Saints. It it's it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to even talk about and think about, man. Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Listen, man. Thielen shouldn't be our leading receiver. In 2023, if Thielen is leading your team in targets, and catches and touchdowns, something's wrong, man. Something is wrong. If Thielen is, I'm a Thielen guy. My fantasy football team name is Thielen myself. A play on words for feeling myself. It's Thielen myself. But if he is your leading wide receiver in the year of our Lord 2023, something is wrong. You're going to stunt the growth of Bryce Young, man. You're going to stunt the growth. You are going to do irreparable damage. We've seen this story way too many times. You're going to do irreparable damage. Whatever the Bengals want for T. Higgins, give it to them. Listen, if the Bengals lose a couple more games, they season cooked. If Joe Burrow is out, they may be willing to trade T. Higgins to mail it in for the year. Go get T. Higgins. Go get T. Higgins. Because, Lord, we need help. Help me. What Kevin Hart say? Help me. This boy Rhino in here talking about people not knowing ball. He talking about going 8-8. The math ain't mathing, buddy. The math ain't mathing, buddy. The math ain't mathing. But my Lord, the thing is, man. So we have the defense to build upon. The sad part is, Ejiro Rivero, with this effort, he gonna be hired in no time. Ejiro Rivero gonna be hired in no time, but we're gonna be sticking with the same offense. That's the sad part. We gonna have a solid defense, man. Ejiro Rivero gonna be out of here. Ejiro Rivero is gonna be out of here. Imagine being Ejiro Rivero. You lead the Broncos, who had one of the worst offenses in the league. You playing you defending, you're the defensive coordinator for the worst offense in the league. Then you come to Carolina and it's more of the same. Making the defense look bad. Y'all making the Ejiro Rivero's defense look bad, man. Dang. It's a sad scene. It's a sad scene. Yeah. He said the Raiders Super Bowl drought is longer than our team been around. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. There's a lot of questions, man. And shout out to the media for pressing Frank Reich about the play calling. Shout out to the media for pressing Frank Reich about that play calling. He said he thinks it's best for the team if he call plays. Play calling look more vanilla now than it did in the preseason. But let me give a dose of reality. Dose of reality. Reality is it's week 2. That's the reality. Reality is we're 0-2. That's reality. Reality is we're the bottom of the division. That's reality. Reality is it's a 17-game season. Reality is we started 1-5 last year and was playing for the playoffs in January. So it's not over. Reality is we started 3-0 with Sam Darnold and won 2 games down the stretch after that? Reality is there's a lot of football left to be played. Reality is some got to give on offense. We do have defense to build upon. So people are saying we're going to be so trash. Our defense is going to be good enough to keep us in more games just like this. Our defense is going to always keep us close. If we don't turn the ball over 4 times a game, we're going to always be close. If we don't turn it over 4 times a game, the games are going to always be close. That's the reality. That's the reality. But it's just, oh gosh. Yeah, Frank is definitely notoriously a slow starter, and he finishes strong. So that's why I'm like, it's a long season, man. But this is ugly. This is ugly. Offensively, do I do I do I dare say it? Do I say it? Y'all want me to say it? Do y'all want me to say it? Do y'all want me to say it? Better days are ahead, guys. Better better days better days are ahead, guys. Better days are ahead. Better days are ahead. Do I I was wrong last time I said it. I ain't gonna be wrong this time. I think it's, the one thing I do think is funny though. The one thing I do think is funny is the pro tankers. The people that are pro tank and always look to the draft early, they don't know what to do. The fact that we don't have a first round pick, these people don't know what to do. These folks are spiraling. They don't know who. They don't even know what prospects to scout. They don't even want to watch college football anymore. They're like, we ain't got no first round pick. What do we have to look forward to? The pro tank, the people that are pro tanking, they don't know what to do. It's funny. You got to sit in this, bro. If you're a pro tanker, welcome to the club. You got to sit in this. You got to sit in this, man. It's a week to week league. We got to sit in this. We got to sit in this mess. You got to take that medicine. We got to watch it. You got to watch it play out like the rest of us. You gotta sit in it like the rest of us, man. My stomach growling like crazy. I'm hungry. But yeah, bro, we gotta get more creative. There's a lot like to me, to me, you can't have all these rules. There's too many rules slanted in the offense's favor. You got illegal contact, you got holding, you got pass interference, you got roughing the passer. All these rules are slanted in the offense's favor, but we're not taking advantage of none of them. We are not taking advantage of none of them. Thomas Brown, you got to put him in the game. Put the coach in the game. Put him in the game, man. Put him in the game. It's time. It's about that time, Frank. It's about that time, Frank. Y'all called me a madman. Y'all called me a madman when I went at David Tepper for saying we didn't need wide receivers. Y'all called me a madman. Y'all talking about receiver options. Look, the Bengals, they might be down and out. The Raiders, they finna be down and out. If you want to trade for one of them two dudes during the season, that's the only thing. To me, if we ain't got nothing to play for, if we ain't got nothing to play for, they're not making no trades. We got to win a couple games to give us some hope before the trade deadline. But ain't no point in trading for them good wide receivers for no reason. Frank said it's a collaborative approach. Frank said that everybody on the mic, we don't need to change play callers. Everybody working together. They collaborate. That's why he's not ready to give it up. He said he thinks it's in the best interest of the team to hold on to play calling. My brother in Christ, you not seeing what we're seeing. Clearly. Clearly. Cause like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? This you got. I mean, like I said, I don't blame y'all. And this is me. I'm gonna give Frank a chance as far as the head coach, but he got to give up that play calling. And this is coming from me. This is coming from me. If y'all were on my channel, I was bigging up Steve Wilkes. There was a lot of BS going on in the comments talking about Steve Wilkes and stuff like that, throwing salt on his name. Throwing a lot of salt on his name when I was bigging up Steve Wilkes. But a lot of people coming to the front of the congregation. Like I said, y'all can say what y'all want about Frank. I can't defend Frank tonight. I can't. But I'm not finna let y'all up here get on Bryce Young. Clown behavior to be trying to talk about him in week 2. Knowing who we got calling plays, knowing who we got at wide receiver. Bryce is not perfect. Overthrew Mingo. Made some bonehead decisions. He's a rookie. But if you think that they've been putting him in the best position to succeed, You got another thing coming. Something got to give. Something got to give. This is bad. This is Michael Jackson bad. Like I said, Michael Jackson bad. Michael Jackson bad. Look, man, you it's a collaborative approach, but only one man got the final say. One man got the final say. Frank. Frank is the one that's on the microphone talking to Bryce. They can collaborate all they want. It's like a DJ Khaled track. It don't matter who on that thing. It don't matter if DJ Khaled has the first word. Who gonna have the last word? Khaled. Khaled name gonna be on the track. It don't matter who collaborating. DJ Khaled gonna be on that track. Frank Reich can tell us who collaborated, but Frank Reich is on the track every time. He's the producer of this mess. He got to take accountability. I'm what's best for the team, calling plays going forward. Nothing's wrong with the play calling. There's something wrong. Because the damn sure ain't nothing right with the play calling. The personnel damn sure not helping you, Frank. Frank, listen, man. If you're listening, Frank, listen. We don't have the horses to line up and just out football and out execute anybody. In the year of our Lord 2023, we have Adam Thielen as our wide receiver one. I love Thielen. Like I said, I love Thielen. My fantasy football team is named after him. Shout out to Thielen myself. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty clever. Give myself credit. But we don't have the horses to line up and out execute anybody. We need the window dressing. We need the motions. We need the trick plays. We need to use our gadget guys like LaVisca. We don't have the horses, man. You got to come to the front of the congregation, look in the mirror, and hand them reins over to Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown is cut from that Sean McVay tree. Like I said, Sean McVay out there going toe-to-toe with the number one defense in the NFL with the Niners, or number two, depending on the Cowboys. Going toe-to-toe with Tutu Atwell and Puka Nuka. Like I said, these dudes' names sound like Pokemon or pet names you give to your old lady. But they over there making plays. Why can't we scheme up things for our guys? Why can't we do it? Why? Come to the front of the congregation, man. Come on. Come to the front of the congregation. Look inward. Look inward. Come to the front of the congregation. Come on, man. Come on. It's just a lack of execution. Lack of execution. Lack of execution, man. Like, we got guys that ain't ready, man. We got guys. Look. It's fourth and short. It's fourth down and short. We trying to roll the dice. I'm geeked up. I'm like, cool. Quarterback sneak coming in. We brought in Andy Dalton. I'm fine with that. We bring in Andy Dalton to run that quarterback sneak. We trying to run the Jalen Hurts tush push. And we got an offensive lineman that's going to jump. I'm like, bro, we get the ball on the other side of the 50. The defense gave us the ball at the 40-yard line. We gained 4 yards. We gained 4 net yards. We try to run a quarterback sneak. The offensive lineman jump. We can't get out our own way. We can't walk and chew gum. We do this nursery rhyme, hickory dickory offense. We can't do nothing. We can't do nothing. It's tough, man. It's tough. It is tough, man. Look, we gotta stick together. Yeah, we gave Chuba the ball in garbage time. We turned Chuba. Chuba was the third down running back. Chuba has the most 50-50 hands on the team. You don't know what you're gonna get. And we got this man as a third down running back. No carry, 2 carries total. I got to get on Deuce. I love Deuce, but Frank has made it clear that Deuce is in charge of the rotation. He said it before. I got to get on Deuce for that. That's on Deuce. That's on Deuce. I know Miles is your boy from Philly and stuff like that. That's on Deuce. That is on Deuce Staley. That's on Deuce. He's in charge of the rotation. You got to take accountability too. Somebody said we need Dion. We need Coach Prime. Prime ain't coming to the NFL. There just seems to be no rhyme or reason. There just seems to be no rhyme or reason for the play call and the game plan. It's tough, man. It's a tough watch. And we've witnessed some bad offenses in Panthers history. We saw this. Look, we've seen Cam Newton with half a shoulder against the Saints play better than this. We've seen Cam Newton with the half a shoulder, the meat falling off the bone, put a better outing at home against the Saints than this in prime time. We saw Cam, like I said, we saw Cam with a half a shoulder. This was ugly. This was ugly. UGLY. And look, I wasn't expecting. That's the thing. People were calling this game must win. It wasn't a must win for me. One, it's early in the season, so it's not a must win in my opinion. Like there's no such thing as a must win in week 2. Like I said, we started 3-0 with Darnold, didn't make the playoffs. We started 1-5 last year, had a chance to make the playoffs in January. It's not a must win in week 2 because we haven't even established an identity. What do we do well? What do we do well? I thought it was running the ball. We couldn't do that today. They took that away. Is the RPO something we can hang our hat on? We haven't tried that. Wide receiver screens, the Thielen, that's not our identity. What is our identity? It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take some time for us to figure it out. And I told you guys before, we're gonna win some games, we're gonna lose some games, trying to figure out what this team is going to be. Like I said, it took Wilkes a couple weeks to figure that out as well. I know y'all talking about Wilkes, but we gotta at least try to hang our hat on something. We did not carry over anything from last week. We didn't build off of last week at all. You want to see compounding efforts. Even if we're getting smoked and getting embarrassed, you want to see compounding efforts. You want to be building. And it's going to take time for Bryce until we figure out who our receivers are. That's a good point. Tony Ross said you got to at least take shots down the field. Give the refs something to do. Give the refs are bad. Give them a bad decision to make. Give them a PI to force the call. Well, one time we took a shot to Chark. It was uncatchable in my opinion, but we got the PI. Like do stuff like that. Take shots. take shots. Nope. Didn't do that. Did not do that. Michael Jackson bad, y'all. Michael Jackson bad. Dang, man. I really hate that for Shaq. Man, golly, I hate that for Shaq. I hate that for Shaq. Hate that for him. I hate that for Shaq, man. I don't know how long he's going to be out. Is there a significant injury? Hate that. We got depth at linebacker. Got Deion Jones. Got Camus. Bridget Hill. Luvu playing out his mind. Derek Brown playing out his mind. Brian Burns is still good. Von Bell with the pick. Our safeties played ball. Xavier Woods almost had a pick. He knocked Olave's block off, about broke his back in the back of the end zone. Safeties played well. The middle of the defense is solid. Linebacker, inside linebacker, solid. Interior D-line, solid. Safety, solid. We got Brian Burns on the edge who's going to command attention. Defense, we got plenty to build on with defense. I'm cool. I'm cool on defense. I can't knock a zero. I can't knock EJ. Yeah, CJ Henderson could have been worse. Unfortunately, that's where the bar is because of the situation we in. It could have been worse for CJ. That one-handed catch, like I said, I don't understand why he pulled his hands. Why did he pull his hands back? If he kept playing Olave wouldn't have made that catch. Olave wouldn't have made that catch. Iggy had some struggles, man. Struggled in the run game, had some pass pro struggles. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at that coach's film this week, though. I got y'all. I'm gonna be on the road this week, but we're gonna be looking at it. Shout out to my prize picks. Oh, I made hella bread this week betting money. Y'all need to follow me on Twitter. I made stupid cash. I probably made at least $600 between prize picks and sports betting. I probably made about $600. Man, maybe about $550. But man, it's tough. Yeah, man. If we had any resemblance of complementary football to our defense, and we're okay. We're a very competitive team. Literally, our defense literally did everything they could. Like I said, it's a tale as old as time. Our defense literally did everything they could. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. They did everything but score themselves. Didn't matter. Didn't give LaVisca the ball. No targets for Chark. TMJ just getting cardio out there. Didn't give Chuba the ball. Cardio. 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 Nah, Derek Carr ain't it, bro. Derek Carr be throwing some head scratchers, dog. Derek Carr be throwing some head scratchers. I ain't gonna cap. everybody we were all so high because we were just like we were just like we were just like Bryce Young. He's coming to this all-star coaching staff. They're gonna make it easy on him. It's going to be the best place for a quarterback to develop, and he seems to have the most uphill battle. No weapons. Coach is not doing him no favor. Offensive line, which was once a strength, is kind of leaky in the middle. Not doing quick passes. Not playing to Bryce Young's strengths. Bruh. It's some drama. Some drama went down. Some drama went down. We need better receivers, boy, than O-line. Our O-line is fine. Standing here in the tunnel, Panthers D lineman Derek Brown had words for Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas. Brown had to be restrained by a Panthers staffer as he was chasing Thomas into the x-ray room. Some word on the street is Michael Thomas is crip walking. Ain't no way Michael Thomas out here crip walking in somebody's tunnel. Is that true? This man done played 10 games in 3 seasons. He crip walking, knowing he got a hurt ankle. I know this dude. I know this dude not over here strutting in somebody's tunnel. I know Michael Thomas who been stealing money for years. I know Slant Boy ain't over here crip walking in somebody's tunnel. Knowing he liable to hurt an ankle at any point. I know that. I know that. And I'm glad Derek checked him. Like I said, Bryce Young is in his second game. He's going to be fine. The coaches aren't doing him no favors. The scenario is not doing any favors. If you out on Bryce at this point, you dumb as you look. I'm just going to say that. You're dumb as you look. If you out on any quarterback in rookie quarterback in week 2 with the scenario that we got, you're dumb as you look. If I hurt your feelings, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Because a lot of y'all claim y'all been around this fan base so long, but y'all don't remember what it's like to have rookie quarterbacks and growing pains. Y'all got to give grace. This coaching, we have way too much experience on this coaching staff for me to be putting the crux of the blame on players. We got way too much experience and offensive minds that have been successful on this coaching staff for me to be putting the onus on the players fully. Because, like, bro, like, figure it out. I don't care about the details. Figure it out. I know you're not Sean McVay. Sean McVay, one of the greatest coaches of all time. But he making it do what it do without his best player. We I know I know it seems grim. I'm gonna say it one more time. Better days are ahead, guys. Better days are ahead. But if they don't get things right, no pun intended, the better days ain't gonna be much better. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We got too many guys. You got too many experienced guys. We got too many experienced guys for them not to figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Like I said, I don't want to hear y'all asking for quarterbacks that either can't finish the game or popped up on the injury report when y'all said that Bryce Young was going to fold like origami. Bryce Young has not popped up on the injury report yet, but the other first round quarterbacks popped up on the injury report or ain't finished games. Let's be for real. We got our guy. Now let's do what's best to make sure he is the guy. Starting with the dang play calling. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. I don't even think it's too much experience. I don't think because yeah, I mean it's week 2. I'm not giving up. The thing is, I'm not gonna say it's too many egos because I don't think anybody on our staff is like that. A lot of the coaches we have, they're not egocentric. I think they're not enough egos. I don't think anybody's willing to stand up to Frank yet or push back on him. I know they said Thomas and him have dialogue, but I think the issue may be nobody's pushing back enough on Frank. Y'all are saying there's too many egos. The egos need to step up. Like I said, if anything, the egos need to come forward and push Frank and tell Frank, bro, let's figure something out. If you want to keep the play calling, if you don't want to give up play calling, let's at least come together and figure something out. I don't think it's too many egos. Like I said, I think a lot of these guys are just chilling. They're gonna let Frank do his thing. He's the head guy. I think they have too much respect for Frank, and they're gonna let him run the show. That's my opinion. Y'all think it's too many cooks in the kitchen. I think the cooks ain't putting enough input. That's just me. That's just me. I gotta get up off here, man. I got a busy day tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, better days ahead. Frank Reich's a slow starter. Like I said, we started 3-0 with Darnold. We didn't make the playoffs. We started 1-5 last year. Still was competitive for the playoffs. Anything can happen, man. It's still early. We got 15 more games. A lot of weeks left. Buckle your seatbelts, guys. Better days ahead. Better days ahead. All right. Peace.